Good morning, the honorable educators. Let me introduce myself. My name is Clarissa Beatrice and I'm from BPK PENABUR Senior High School. Today, I'd like to give you my argument about that this house would arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance rather on their age. And I'd like to say that I totally agree with these motions. But before that, I'd like to give my definitions about intelligence. Intelligence for me, I think it is the way that person think or that students actually or the way that person or students solve the problems. Or in a simply way, we could say that it is kind of like a standard for students or a persons. Are they easy to solve something or hard to solve it? Before I go to my argument, I'd like to give you my definitions about high standard students or with higher intelligence students and the lower standard students or with the lower intelligence students. For me, the higher standard students or HS students, I'd like to say that they easy or such a fast learner, easy to solve something, they easy to learn something, but they really like a new thing. They want to challenge a new thing. They want to challenge their self because if they find a new thing, it will make them proven that they could be like that. I mean, like they could solve that thing because if they see like other people could do it, so they want their self to do it too. If you could, why I couldn't? Kind of that thing. And for the second one is the lower standard students. I'd like to say that they are such a slower learner, really slow learner actually. They really hard to learn something. They're really hard to know something, and they need a lot more explanations, a lot deeper explanations to make sure that they know the real subject, they know the real material, what are the problem, and any kind of that thing. And in this time, I would like to give you my view with when the class are not separated and when they are separated. If the class are not separated, so the students will be confused to give them some standard. If the teachers go to the higher standard level, so the lower standard level will be confused because, of course, they will learn something a lot faster than the lower standard students. And it will make the lower standard students didn't know about the problem, they didn't know about the subject and kind of that thing. And if they didn't know, the spirit or the excitedness of the lower standard students will be decreased and they will feel like just let the higher standard students study, just let them answer all of the questions and don't focus on me, don't get attention on me, and I just want to play around here and kind of that thing. But if the teachers go to the lower standard students or the LS, so the higher standard students will feel bored because they need a new challenge, they need a new experiences, they need something new from the teachers, they need a new material. And if there is no new material because of the lower standard students need to be explained again and a lot deeper, so the higher standard students will be feel bored and some of them want to just play around or just answer all of the questions of the LS students. And if they are not separated, so they will disturb other students, other level standard students. So if the lower standard students are studying with the teachers with lower standard students, so the higher standard students will playing around and just disturb them and talk to other, which mean it will be so noisy in the class and it will not be good for the mentality for each of the standard students. So if we separate it, the teacher will be easy to give them some standard, such as if the teachers go to the higher standard class, so the teachers will be easy to explain something, and of course the teacher should have a lot more experiences to give to the higher standard students. And if the teachers teach in a lower standard class. So the teacher should give them a lot more explanation. The teacher should be a lot more patience to give the explanations to the lower standard students. And for me, it will be a lot more good, a lot better for them because of that thing. And yeah, and besides that, the the students or the higher standard students will be have a lot more experiences, a lot more opportunities. And for me, I'd like to say that age, it is something that should not you think too much. Because as you know, there is an example that there is a 13 years old student who has graduated from a university. And that means that prove that age, it is not something that we should think too much. Because if they have their intelligence, if they have that benefit thing, yeah, so why don't let them explore, let them get the opportunities. It's good to have a lot more opportunities, it's good to have a lot more experiences. It because of that age, I mean, like, yeah, it is not a big deal, and we should not to stop them. We should to support them. We should to give them the facility that they need. We should give them the standard that they really really need. And I would like to say that in conclusion, that the separated class, it is good for us because there are a lot more positive things for us because it could improve their mentality, their mindset, the way they think, and any kind of that thing. And for the age, just don't think too much. It is not a big deal for us. Maybe in Indonesia still cannot accept it, but if you stop it, it will decrease the number of creativity or higher intelligence students. I mean, like, we should take advantage for it. It is a good opportunities for them. Don't just make them think like, okay, then just follow and just doing nothing because of that stop or that forbidden thing for that students. And I hope that this could give you some new mindset. And I hope that today's kids or any kind of like kids who have higher intelligence, don't stop them. Support them, give them the facility and kind of that thing. Thank you for your attentions and good morning.